Hey, it's me, Ruth-Ellen here from ruthiehenry.com, Confidence School, and Zari Time, the digital agency that helps people with dyslexia, dyspraxia, and autism gain sustainable employment in the digital sector. Now, today is all about quick wins to close more business. And I just wanted to come on here and share with you. It's actually 11:32 in the evening in the UK, so it's pretty late. The lighting's not that great, but you know you're going to bear with me because catch me online. How about that? My hashtag, you're listening to this, not because of the quality of the filming, because you want to learn something, you want to take something, you want to implement it, and you want to make those changes in your life to up level. Because I'm a personal performance coach and a trainer, 20 years experience and 120 million pounds worth of new business sales under my belt. So I know a little bit of what I'm talking about. So today, quick sales win. So I just want to kind of give you some context around that. You're going to learn 3 specific phrases that I use to close my business, or even just to find out what's going on. I don't like hanging around. What's the deal? What's the dealio? All this dilly-dallying around, not in it. Just tell me yes or no. There's some points I get to. I'm kind of like that. I just want to know. I've got my Convert Kit t-shirt on, by the way. Teach what you know. I love that. Email marketing company. Anywho, enough about me waffling. So let's jump into this. So when I was going for this job a couple of years back, actually no, I'd say about 5-7 years ago, I went in for the interview and I could feel the vibe of the guy. He just wasn't really engaged. His arms were crossed, which is a really bad body language sign. It shows you're closed off to the conversation, or that you just got other stuff in your mind and not even present. So reading his body language, I'm not an NLP expert or anything else, but reading his body language, I could see that he just wasn't engaged with me. And he was asking me questions and it was like, blah, blah, blah. And I just said, you know what? What's wrong? You seem very stressed. And this is a guy that was the CEO of the company, and he later on became the, it was the director of the London branch and UK branch. And he later on became the CEO of the company worldwide. So he did very well, and he obviously knew his stuff. So I said to him, what's wrong? Because I didn't really care about his position. I knew that his body language was just off. And I was trying to have a conversation. I was trying to get this job. And I just was like, you know what? What's up? Why is your arms folded? Then he started to tell me about his day and how stressful it was and how he just wasn't really interested in all these other things that's going on. And he just seemed really stressed, took his glasses off and, proceeded to tell me about his colourful or boring day, really, with grey day. And so, but he told it with such descriptive language, and I was just like, okay. And then we was having this conversation. It wasn't anything to do with my interview. It was just about him and how he was and what he was doing. And that was how I always entered conversations. And so when it comes to really having those quick wins or calls, it's sometimes not even about the product. Sometimes not even about your service. It's sometimes more about them and where their head's at, what they're feeling, what they want to know. And so your job as a person that has many hats as an entrepreneur is to really find out what's going on for the person that's on the other side of the conversation. To really have that dialogue, not just to have that shallow level small talk. Because oftentimes when we're having small talk, and believe me, I know a lot about small talk because I've actually started to do a module on it from one of my Toastmasters things, because I'm really bad at small talk. I'm really I just want to get to the point. What's going on? And the small talk for me always seems to be like a waste of time. And I know in some cultures that's the case, but I also know now that small talk is a good way to connect with people to get to the same level, so you can actually go onto a deeper level afterwards. It's just having those small conversations that help you to know that you're relatable, and so that you can know people a bit more without just jumping straight in. Because some people find it very uncomfortable for you just to go straight in and get to the point. Some people find that very rude, in fact. So it's just being sort of culturally aware, culturally intelligent, and knowing that we've all coming from different spaces and places. And when we are in a space of business, that we need to allow for that as well. So from that conversation, obviously I got the job with going back to the guy, because it wasn't about the stuff on my CV. It was about the conversation that we had that afternoon when he was stressed and he needed somebody to talk to. And it's what happens time and time again. I don't necessarily close business because it's just about, I've used some NLP technique or anything else. It's much more about me having those conversations with people that are on the level. And sometimes you've got to reflect to find out what's worked for you. Reflections helps you see the deception of what you're feeling and makes it clear to see what is actually happening. I'll say it again because I do speak fast. Reflection helps you to see the deception of what you're feeling and makes it clearer to see what is actually happening. So yeah, I could have been really offended. I could have sat there and said, oh, he's just not interested. I could have then rabbited on and talked about me, and how I really wanted the job. Or I did the latter, which was the right thing to do, which was to have that conversation, to see what was going on around me, so that my feelings were dictating what I was going to say next. And so from that, I kind of want to give you some tips on some sort of great quick wins so that you've got ways to close people in a way that's going to be authentic for you. So you've had the conversation, you know where you stand. So in a job interview, I always say, so what would it take for me to get the job? And actually, no, I never actually say that. I say, okay, so what the job? What exactly would stop you from hiring me? So that's in that scenario. Now, obviously, you don't want a job unless you're an agency and that's what you want, but you want to get commitment. So I normally say, if this is the first tip to a quick close, if I can solve all your problems, will you give me your business? And they'll say yes or no. And I know lots of people don't necessarily like to have that definitive answer. They don't want to know if they can get a yes or no, because sometimes people want this long-winded process of, oh, they want an explanation. But the point of the conversation is to come to a decision. And when people say no or yes, you're being respected because they're coming to a decision that is helping you to move forward. Whether you're moving forward with them or you're moving forward without them, but moving on to the next person that is interested, it's a decision that's going to help you to move forward and progress. Close the deal, lost the deal. Either way. So get commitment and say, if I can solve your problem, will you give me your business? So the problem could be something you've obviously identified before. So they need a website, and they need a new website because they need it updated and need to make sure that it's in alignment with the mobile preferences that Google says, stipulations that Google says you have to have in order to not be buried in the timeline of search queries. And so they need you to optimize the site for mobile, or they need a site that is mobile friendly. So if you said, if I can solve your problem, if I can make sure that your site is mobile optimized and I could do it by this specific date, will you give me your business? And they'll say yes. Now, if that wasn't a specific problem that they needed solving, then they're going to say no. Or perhaps they wasn't serious and they was never going to give you a business and they'll say no. Either way, that's still a good thing. No is a good word. Just like your yes is, it's just a word. It doesn't have any relation to you as a person. It's not something personal. It's much more about them. So that's the first tip, the get commitment. If I can solve your problem, will you give me your business, right? The second quick tip to a quick close is, I can help you if you want my help. Do you? Very blatant, very to the point, very masculine, in fact. I can help you if you want my help. Do you? Yes or no? Really simple. And the third one, let me elaborate on that actually, because I did elaborate on the other one. So normally people want to have a debating match sometimes. They want to get to this two-way dialogue about, oh, well, this is another excuse. This is why I'm not moving forward with this. This is why I'm not moving forward with that. And so you have to kind of say, draw a line in the sand and say, look, I can help you if you want my help. You're on the conversation, on the call with me because I've got these credentials. I know what I'm talking about. I've done it for other clients and I'm very confident I can help you as well. But I can help you if you want my help. And it's the if you want, because the bottom line is lots of people need help, but not many people will admit to wanting help. So the want is very important, not the need. I can help you if you want my help. Do you? Then the ball is in their corner is for them to say yay or nay. You don't have to say anything. In fact, say nothing after that, because the more you try to fill the space, the more likely they'll come with a quick, I just want you to shut up. Just no, So give them that space and time to come back to you. The third and final quick tip to a quick close is, do I have your business? You've given them a presentation. You've told them what you're doing. You've outlined exactly how the call's going to go or how the conversation's going to go. You come to the end and you say, you've answered all their objections. If there was any, I doubt there will be any because of all the ways that you've presented and you've known the objections from before, which is totally another video. But anyway, you're at the end. Everyone's smiling or everyone's just stern-faced, whatever. And you say, do I have your business? This is where you be bold. Do I have your business? Because the way I see it is, we're on this call because we're here to make a decision. We're in this meeting to make a decision. We're not in this meeting to have another conversation at a later date. Because if that's the case, then we could have just had an email exchange. If you want to go kind of to and fro things, then it stops us from moving forward. And I know that you appreciate your own valuable time, and I appreciate mine as well. So when you say, do I have your business? It's very much saying all of the stuff I just said without saying it. And you're going to have to allow for the awkward silences. The awkward silences that I just love. Do I have your business? My eyes just moved. It's 3 simple words, 3 simple phrases, rather, that will help you to move forward in whatever mission you're doing. Because there's a whole bunch of people out there that want you to solve their problem. There's a whole bunch of people out there that are waiting for you to solve their problem. There's a whole bunch of people out there that are itching to grab your offer, your solution. And it's your job to go out there and to serve and to get that business. So if you're just watching me on the replay, welcome again. I need you to subscribe, being serious now, and like this video as well, because I'm putting this stuff out there to give you value, and I'm hoping you'll catch me online. How about that? You are discerning, and you've written down those 3 things, those 3 phrases that you should be using when it comes to your process of closing a sale. Now, there's many processes, many ways, end-to-end ways you can close a sale, and there's many methods which goes within the process to actually close the sale, right? So the process of the sale in the first place, or the sales process, is the funnel. The method is what you're going to use. It's spin selling, all these other techniques, all these techniques that have worked really well. And one of the techniques I use with my clients that has a 90% close rate. But I'm not going to tell you that because you haven't even subscribed yet. Or you have subscribed, but you haven't even got on my list yet. So anyway, I'm going somewhere else with this. My point is, you have to be bold when you're doing this stuff, right? Because you haven't got time to waste. You haven't got time to dilly-dally around. So there was one client that wanted, a potential client wanted me to do A, B, C, D and jump through hoops. I said, look, here's a website. Here's a link. This is what you're going to be doing. Because I haven't got time to keep on going back and forth. Sometimes you have to be quite stern and quite assertive. Because assertiveness is basically positive aggression. And you have to be positively aggressive in order for you to get more things done, to move forward. So it's win-win for everyone. There's no point you going to somewhere or presenting somewhere or phoning up somebody, having those conversations, and then it's been win-lose. They win because they've taken some nuggets out of your brain or thought about stuff that they haven't thought about before at the end of the conversation, but you're sitting there not knowing either way if you've got a yes or a no. That's not a good thing. So you've got to be very blatant and very bold and tell them, look, it's a yes or a no at a point of time, because you want to make sure that you're not wasting your time and it's win-win for everybody. Because the other option, a win-lose, is not an alternative. And if you came into the situation and they lost and you won, that wouldn't be great either. That's not ideal. It's win-win for everyone, either way. So that's it. 3 quick ways to mark business or closing, whatever you would like to call it. My name's Ruth-Ellen. I'm the Get More Sales Coach, the Grow Engineer. Visit me at confidentschool.com if you want some more information about how to maybe close some sales funnels and things like that, and how to obviously become much more confident in selling your value, your services, your ideas, because without that belief system, you'll find yourself at the back foot of lack, and you are not lacking anything. So hop over to confidentschool.com and check out the resources there in the blog and also on the front page as well. I will see you next time. I'm just going to say that. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.